these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Oklahoma's offense will take the field first. I know this Cotton Bowl is divided 50-50, but it's been mostly crimson and cream lately, Jesse.
And I think Texas, their players, their coaches, and their fans, they're just getting sick and tired of these outcomes, results, and the narrative too, David. At some point, players just got to step up, make plays, and win the game.
Yeah, they get tired of hearing about it because all year long...
Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He's got the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run. Then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. They'll go to the ground. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure with every win. That makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum.
And what a start for this guy. That's now his second interception in the first quarter of this game. He has been an absolute ball hawk in this thing early, and the quarterback would do well to stop throwing his way the remainder of this game.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. The Longhorns are at the line looking looking to convert on 3rd and short. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He just barely got enough, but that one, he just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Snags it quickly on the left. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Finds his man. It's Connors. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Using the quick game. Continues to fight for yards. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
He wants to go deep. He's got it along the sideline. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they
blocked the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck that had to be a blown aside. Now the play fake. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Has to get there to move the sticks. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
How about the confidence? This coach is very confident. 4th down, backed up in my territory, inside my 20, and you go for it? Wow, you better get it, and you did here, so great coaching.
On They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And the Longhorns are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Got his man on the right. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
The defense there has their backs against the wall. That's a great job of really just gearing down, getting some push up front, not giving away. And
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! A great catch and run for 6. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
they're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff in where you used him twice in that loss a week ago. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Makes the grab. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There is striking distance at the 37. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Corners are going to bail. On 3rd and long.
You can tell the timing wasn't great and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Slips through the line, and he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Quick strike complete.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Pressure coming. They're working that left side. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Longhorns line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He'll start the return inside his 5. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Sooners will kick it away to crank up the second half. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with run.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Fires to the middle. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Zings it complete to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The give to the back. Shows him the stiff arm. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Pulls it in down the sideline. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. And that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Offense set on first down. The snap sets up the throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Now on second down after the incompletion. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little.
Turning it on. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. And the Sooners will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Spits it out to the back. He's got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on 3rd down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for a man. It's Higgins. Throws to the back. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
They're trying to hit the angle route to the running back coming out of the backfield. It's a good route, but the running back couldn't make the catch.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Wide open downfield. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, running back on the move. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, this guy must feel like he's running to a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. Makes a grab right down the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Now improvising. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
How about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick.
He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game.
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the Sooners now try to cash in on this big opportunity created by the defense. Looking to throw on first down. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
Well, they need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Sooners are in the red zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And here they come, almost all the way back. Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being calm. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot. He's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live for the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They want that clock to run. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. The inside handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got his man in the middle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Creates a little room. Got the 1st down and more. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play, and the 1st down. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that.
Roughing the kick maker. Defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all turn.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working that left side now. It lowers those pads. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down 1 score, gotta have it right now. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Looking for a productive play on first down. Snapped it in the shotgun. He's got his man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Sooners have taken it inside the 20. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! And the comeback is on.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Hands it off. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a
timeout is called with just 2 seconds left. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer,